Public place, you did it. Is this the best or the worst? What do you do?
The best.
Okay, the best? Probably the Obama thing.
Diddy didn't just party with celebrities. He was the Epstein of the music industry. And now, the house of cards are collapsing. You guys gotta check this video out. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's get right to it.
So, Sean Diddy Combs' trial is set to continue today after Cassie Ventura's mother testified that she documented her daughter's bruises and paid the rapper $20,000 after he allegedly tried to blackmail her. Ventura's ex-boyfriend, rapper Kid Cudi, could take the stand as soon as today. Former prosecutor for the LADA's office and co-anchor of the news on Merit TV, Lonnie Combs, joins the program. Good morning to you, Lonnie. Thanks so much for joining the program.
Good morning, Lawrence. Great to be with you.
So, I was taken aback at first, and you have a different theory on this because it seems like they're making the case about Diddy being a bad guy, but I haven't seen the sex trafficking angle, which is what the charges are. You say there's a strategy behind this. Why do you say that?
Yeah, so the sex trafficking, the defense is saying, look, this was just an abusive relationship. We admit he domestic, violence person, but it doesn't go into sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is the difference between consent and coercion, right? If there's force, if there's coercion, then it becomes sex trafficking. And so Cassie Ventura's testimony was very important because she talked about how this was coercion, that she was being forced to do this, that she didn't want to do it. Now, here's the thing with her relationship. It was almost 11 years long. And so during that time, there's good, there's bad. And so people look at it and say, she could have left, right? She was independent. She had money. She would go date other people every once in a while, but then she'd come back. She chose to come back. And that's why there's going to be an expert witness today, Don.
Really quick, guys. Isn't it just crazy how the Democrats are always involved in something so scandalous? Now that they can't find much stuff on the Republicans, they hit them with paperwork violations and 34 counts of felony. I don't want to say any names, but they hit them with crazy amount of charges that don't really result in anything like this. I haven't seen anything. If you have, please leave them down low.
Hughes is going to be so important because she will talk about these abusive relationships, how the abuser controls and manipulates their victims, and how the victims will respond and will go back when other people are like, why are you going back? But it's a part of this abusive relationship. And Dawn Hughes, many people may recognize her. She testified in the R. Kelly case.
That's right.
Keith Raniere. She testified in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. So her testimony will be very important to help people understand the difference between whether this was coercive or whether this was a consensual relationship.
Today, Barack Obama mentioned at the Diddy trial. Hot damn! We've got some experts that are going to be joining us to talk about all of this today, Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. This is going to be a wild show. Get ready. PBD is going to be on the show for the first time. Freaking awesome. James O'Keefe will also be on the program, along with Congressman Ronnie Jackson, who's been the president's physician. Ronnie Jackson knows personally Joe Biden's doctor. He worked for him. We're going to blow the entire thing sky high today. Trump also issuing a dark warning to traitors who covered up Biden's health scandal. Donald Trump's decided to take Biden's side here. Very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go cook. Obama sort of weaves his way into there. We're going to get into some dark territory today, so buckle up and get ready. But if you're looking for the people who ran the Biden auto pen, if you're looking for the individuals who were surrounding Joe Biden like a nucleus in order to take advantage of him, like a crime family, then look no further than Barack Obama. It's Barack Obama who bragged that he wants to have a third term where he just runs the presidency with his people installed. And oh, by the way, go do a real quick personnel check. It's the same administration. If you're looking at Obama, the end of Obama, 2016, at the very end of Obama, 2016, there is a one-to-one parallel job movement directly into the Biden regime. All of them were there. There's that hilarious photo where Jen Psaki's sitting there like all sour puss face in the White House Rose Garden. Every face you'll recognize went straight into the Biden regime. Biden didn't have any of his own people. He had no one. It was just a one-to-one parallel movement of Obama people. The entire administration was staffed out with Barack Obama. It was Obama's third term. Here we go.
Now, do you wish like you had a third term? You know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with it.
Wow, fascinating. It's an amazing little reveal there. It's wild how these people have to, they always have to be out front with it. They have to brag about it, you know? It's the nature of the banality of evil. It has to be in your face.
But one of the biggest things, guys, that I've been trying to take away from all this, that I really need your help with, if Diddy is the fall guy, because whenever stuff like this comes out, there's always a fall guy. They never get the big person. The big guy gets out, scotch free. Who is the kingpin of everything? If he has to take the fall and someone's going to jail for this. If Diddy is that person, who's the big guy? You know, who's the kingpin? That's what I want to figure out. Let's keep going.
It has to be out front. It has to be garish, grotesque. They have to they have to do it in public. It's a ritual for them. And this was Barack Obama telling us what he was about to do with Joe Biden. Funny how in multiple instances during Joe Biden's residency at the White House, you could practically tell the guy was wearing an earpiece. Jake Tapper's out yesterday. Benny, you sound crazy. Jake Tapper's out yesterday saying there were multiple Bidens. So there were 2 Bidens in the White House. Nobody even knew which one was going to show up per day. My favorite was number 4. Some people are some people really like Biden number 7. My favorite was Biden number 4. There are different Bidens. It's kind of like a Baskin Robbins, okay? Who was going to wear the Joe Biden skin suit that day and come on out? But Barack Obama had an earpiece in every single one of them. And now the chickens have come home to roost for Barry. Let's start with an interesting video here. You know, because it's wild. Talk about being able to predict the future. You really can if you pay attention. If you pay attention, you can predict the future. And we're going to get into Diddy's sex slaves that were out to warn Donald Trump that a cabal of Satanists run by Barack Obama were out to kill Donald Trump a la JFK on a live TV execution. Because we have that tape, and we're going to play it for you. It's wild. This was a warning made in 2018. 6 years before they literally did that. It's insane. But I want to first begin with somebody who knows Diddy really well. A rapper and recording artist, a mogul inside of the rap industry who's worked with Diddy for a long time. His name's Reggie Wright Jr. And there's a little clip that nobody's really played, nobody's really watched from a podcast way back in the day. And way back in the day, what I mean by that is 3 years ago, when these kind of claims seemed utterly insane. And again, we're going to cover the Diddy sex slave deposition, where if we were paying attention at the time, we would have known about everything that was about to happen to Trump and our nation 8 years ago. But let's rewind the clock back just a little bit to Reggie Wright, who went on a podcast and told us everything that Diddy was guilty of, and more importantly, why he's doing it and what's going to happen next. Let's go.
But he need to build a spot over there in Bali for his boy Puffy. Cause Puffy I warn Keefy D to take his ass over there. There's no extradition laws over there. So I'm warning you now, Puffy. Take your ass over there. Reggie prediction. I know Puffy is smart enough, and he probably done already cleaned his houses. But sexual predators, what do they do? And we'd be like, damn, why? They treat their sex tapes like, yeah, remember that song, Me and My Girlfriend, that Pac did? You know what he was talking about? What was Pac talking about, y'all? And that. Do y'all really know what he was talking about? For those of y'all know what he's talking about, he was talking about a gun, but sexual predators is what hold on to their tapes. And cops know.
Just like Epstein, do you guys see a pattern yet? I'm literally thinking these guys collect dirt like it's a video game. Literally, they're just collecting dirt. It's not even for memories at this point. They're just doing it for leverage. Keep going, guys.
Sexual predators hold on to their tapes. This is their get out of jail free card, he says. Again,
Like
this
trading
would be
cards.
in line with our current news cycle here in May of 2025. That video was recorded 3 years ago. He's saying that Diddy not only is a sexual predator, but that he's using his tapes in order to get out of jail.
Sad.
Diddy's bodyguards say there are tapes of politicians at freak-offs. Claim that the rapper learned how to engage in this behavior from other moguls. Oh, really? Well, because when you break it all down, the Diddy operation, well, it's the same thing as the Epstein operation. And we've done ad nauseum. We've covered that. We're going to continue to cover that. But what's become obvious and apparent was that the Epstein operation was an op by the CIA and the world's most powerful people in order to get compromat and compromising material.
Hollywood's not just a dream factory. It's a blackmail cartel. That's all I can say about it at this point, because everybody seems like once they get too big, that they gotta take the fall eventually, unless you just do everything right. But I haven't seen that many times.
And to get a little club going of people who they could control. The royal family, prime ministers, heads of state, senators, presidents. That was the Epstein op. It was probably clandestine. Probably had a little bit of British intelligence, French intelligence, Israeli intelligence sprinkled in there. The nexus of that was centered on the CIA. And if the Epstein op was so successful that you were able to entrap a lot of the world's leaders and then control them, why not do that here? In the nexus of power in celebrity, Hollywood, the music industry. A lot of these people really move culture and can be then controlled. Diddy was the Epstein of the music industry, and politicians knew it, and politicians protected him. Very interesting little piece here from a lawyer who went on News Nation and said, I've seen tapes of the A-listers of the A-listers. What does that mean? At Diddy freak-offs. Huh? A-listers of A-listers. She says, way bigger than Diddy. Huh? Wait a second. Like, well, Diddy is a really big celebrity. What do you mean way bigger than Diddy? What can you possibly be talking about? Porno allegedly showing Diddy with more famous A-listers being shopped around. Being shopped around. Eddie Griffin, famous comedian, says Diddy's a dead man. That he won't leave prison alive after a sex trafficking arrest.
Wow.
What kind of a person could you have compromising material on that would get you Epstein? Well, we know that Epstein had compromising material on Bill Clinton. 27 different trips to the island. Hillary Clinton going as well. And we all understand what happened to Epstein. So who could it possibly be? Who could it be? What's the relationship between Diddy and Barack Obama?
It's a great question, guys.
Well, I want to go back in.
While we're sitting here, guys, what do you think their relationship is? I think this guy supplied the fun, and Obama supplied the protection.
Time a little bit to the year 2020, where Diddy was being interviewed about how dangerous Donald Trump is. Now, we can go way back in time, and we will, about how much Diddy has been used as a tool of the Democrat Party and how it makes absolutely no sense. But I want to start with the most recent usage of Diddy, because he was taken off the field in 2024. Don't worry, they replaced him with Lizzo and Oprah and Beyonce. Of course, Beyonce was at these parties as well. Funny. It's just a few degrees of separation there. In 2020, Diddy went on CNN and said white men like Trump need to be banished. I wonder who was directing this. Let's go.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. White men like Trump need to be banished.
That aged like milk, like horribly. You know, it's weird that Trump is a free man and you were in jail for doing so much harm to society.
If thinking, it's real dangerous.
Yes. Oh, white men like Trump need to be banished. Way of thinking is really dangerous. What have we learned about the Diddy op? We've learned that Diddy was a manufactured celebrity. He didn't have any hits. Nobody really listened to his music. He didn't have any chart-topping records for like 20 years. He was an entry point. He was a influence vector. How did he keep his influence? Well, let's go back to the very beginning. Who was one of the first people that brought Diddy into the political realm? Well, we happen to have the tape here. Had to dig way back into the files. Over 20 years ago, Diddy's first political interview was with Barack Obama. Now, this is an 8-minute clip here that Diddy puts up. It's like a vlogger style from way back in the day. But it's Diddy introing Barack Obama's political career. At this point, this is going to be wild. This is going to blow your mind. This is Diddy's first political interview. Barack Obama hadn't even been elected to senator. He's not president. And here in the tape, you can hear not only Barack Obama with a brand new accent, very unique accent that got exercised out of his vocabulary, but when Barack Obama was trying to appeal to the Diddys of the world, he did this. And then there's something else unique that happens here. Here we go.
Obama blog, Barack Obama meets Barack Obama. 4 years ago, I had the privilege to meet Barack Obama, interview him, predict that he was going to be something big, and also joke around with him, have some, we had some funny banter back and forth.
Really quick, guys, it might be off topic. You might laugh, but do you think there's any baby oil in this room that Diddy's in right now? Any lubricant?
We was really like snapping on each other a little bit. It's some footage that I will always thank God that I have, and I got a chance to meet and talk to this great man. I wanted to share it with y'all. Happy Obama Day, baby. Happy Obama Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Your dream is now a reality. Check out this exclusive footage.
Here we go.
Barack Obama meets Barack Obama.
Man, the archives here.
Introduce yourself again for me, sir.
I'm Barack Obama. I'm the U.S. Senate candidate from the state of Illinois.
And you becoming a black Democratic senator, this is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Well, absolutely. We've got 100 U.S. senators from across the country, and right now not one is African American. So part of what we hope to do is to break that barrier, make sure that African Americans, Latinos, more women are included in the process, because the U.S. Senate makes decisions about a lot of stuff, war and peace, what we do with our tax dollars, etc.
And the reason why I'm bringing up that's a big deal, because it's proof that the voting process can work if minorities and young people get involved. The disenfranchised that don't usually vote can make changes and can change the face of politics. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Listen, you're a motivating force for young people all across the country. Your music moves people. You're a trendsetter. But part of what we want to do is to make sure that we're setting a trend in terms of political participation. Music, fashion, all that's important. But people have to also understand that, when our young men and women go to war, somebody's make that decision, and it's typically going to be young people. Whether you work at Mickey D's or you're producing records, your tax dollars are going somewhere. And
it's almost like Barack Obama gave Kamala Harris the Mickey D's fake story. You listen to this, it's like time capsule stuff. All of these, he's like describing DEI. I want more women and Latinos and African Americans in the Senate. We need to have quotas in the United States Senate, you see. It's remarkable to go back. I mean, you're talking 2023 is the date of this video. And you're hearing Barack Obama, who has, of course, very mysterious and very suspicious connections to clandestine agencies, worked for USAID, worked for CIA cutout agencies, Barack Obama in his young life. You have like the talking points here. It's perfect. You're so influential. You can move people. We're going to make sure that you can affect culture. You can see the nexus of it all starting here. And then there's one final little creepy thing, and the reason why we played this is because Diddy talks about how much fun he had with Obama. What an exciting time it was for him. The way they close out the video is Diddy talking about how glistening Barack Obama is. This will come up in just a second, but here we go.
All these speeches, all these conventions.
Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
Look at how much you're glistening.
It's crazy to me, guys, because we thought Diddy was just a rapper. You know, I'm sitting here looking like we thought he was literally just a rapper. But it turns out he may be involved, and he may be the front man for something way darker than just that. I'm just saying. And the scary part about it all is he's not alone. Look who's next to him.
Look at how much you're sweating. What have we learned on the Diddy trials here? That these multi-day freak-offs, Diddy was obsessed with how sweaty people were, with how glistening they were. It's utterly repulsive, but it is what we're learning in the trial. He's constantly obsessed with who's sweating and who's glistening, and that's why all the baby oil was there. Also, the baby oil was a way to get date rape drug into the system without taking pills. But now we've learned a little bit more about the pills that Diddy was taking, and we have another mysterious Barack Obama connection to Diddy. Did you know that Barack Obama was in Diddy's mouth almost every night?
Disgusting.
I'm sorry to put it that way, but it just is what it is. Sean Diddy Combs took drugs every day that were Obama-shaped. Huh? Like, say what now? Okay, let's go ahead and read. According to the drug dealer for Diddy, not only did Diddy request Obama-shaped drugs, and we have photos of them. We have photos of them here. Here, Climb, pop over to my window, shall we? These were the kind of drugs that Diddy was requesting. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, this is in the this is in the federal record now, right? They were able to get these. But then also in the federal record is Diddy's drug dealer. This is from a court report right here. The inner city.
I'm sorry, guys, but I think we are officially living in a South Park episode. Forget Netflix. This has way more plot twists than a season of House of Cards.
Press.
This is crazy.
This is the U.S. attorney asking, Diddy's drug dealer, did you meet with a lot of people? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even former presidents. Which former president? Barack Obama. Oh, okay. Change the subject. Seriously, that's why I'm angry that it's not being televised. This is the transcript from yesterday. Did you ever pick up drugs for Combs? Oh, yeah, all the time. This and that and this and that. The federal government, as soon as they found out that Diddy's drug dealer met with Obama, like, let's cut it all off. Sean Diddy Combs took Obama-shaped drugs every day. That's really peculiar, you know, when you start really breaking it down. It does seem extremely strange. Are there other instances of Barack Obama having a tie-in to this whole Diddy world? Let's start with a mysterious clip of two celebrities that we knew were ubiquitous at Diddy parties.
Wait till you guys hear this one. This one's dang near jaw-dropping. Jaw-dropping. Like, this is horrible.
This is John Legend and his really creepy wife. Do you have this, the Chrissy Teigen John Legend one? Okay, thank you. John Legend and his super creepy wife, Chrissy Teigen, we say creepy because, well, she's a horrible witch. You can go through the Candace Owens reporting on Chrissy Teigen. Found the number of times that she's threatened to kill people and asking people to commit suicide. And, you know, then you get even darker. Chrissy Teigen is a monster. And her and John Legend went on a red carpet. And they were asked, what's the most memorable place that you did it? And the answer sent John Legend into a Diddy-induced glistening sweat ball. Watch.
Public place you did it. Is this the best or the worst? What do you do?
The best.
Okay, the best. Probably the Obama thing.
What? John, what's it? Oh God.
Oh God.
John.
What?
What is your wife talking about?
I don't know.
We're not
in there. Chrissy, get back in. What happened?
We're not going to discuss that.
We're not going to discuss it?
We're not. We're not.
Right, okay.
Oh my God. Secret Service. Come here, jump back in.
Hi.
Look at John. Look at, I don't.
Hi.
We're not talking about it. That's the truth.
Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing.
The Obama thing, huh? I mean, again, we know that the John Legend and his wife Chrissy Teigen were ubiquitous at these Diddy parties. What exactly is that? Why does anybody ever ask, like, what Obama thing they were having sex at? Strange, this. Does this possibly go any deeper?
The most insane thing is, this trial isn't about Diddy anymore. This is a blueprint to how the elite people are protecting each other. That's what we need to pay attention to most, and I really need to see what you guys think about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, let me know what you react to. We're out.